Hey y'all, Rick Sky here. Welcome back to another live show. And this show I'm actually testing, and you're welcome and actually strongly encouraged to provide feedback if you can. But I'm going to explain in depth what I'm testing within this test live show. And again, any questions that you have, comments, obviously this is real time. If you're watching this at approximately 1:45 p.m. New York City time. That's 1:45 p.m. Eastern time. So, yeah, just testing the lighting. I am using my ATEM Mini Pro like I normally use, but I've made some changes, and those changes are actually throughout the studio. I've further enhanced the acoustics. I've updated the firmware not only on my Rodecaster Pro but also my ATEM Mini Pro. And this video, obviously I'm using a green screen, but you'll probably notice that I don't have kind of the washed out, poor quality look like I've had in previous live streams. And again, I'm just looking at my preview here. I'm going to maximize it full screen so I can see more details here. I'm going to go, let's see, full screen. Got my studio monitor over there. You probably see a little bit of green around my my arms, edges of my arms, or edges of my hair. Hair's a really difficult thing to key out. But as far as the light, you're probably noticing that the light is pretty much perfect. And I've got a video I'm releasing that'll detail how I achieved these results. Now, again, this is, if you're watching this at approximately 1:47 p.m. New York City time, then this is a live show. So, the stuff that oh yeah, Trelp, welcome aboard. It has been a while, man. I've been doing radical, drastic studio renovations. So, it's been a while, and I've been aggressively improving the studio. So that's part of this test, is that I think I finally, I know I've got the best lighting, but I think I've finally gotten the from videographers and photographers, it's referred to as white balance. I think I finally perfected the white balance. And the video that I'm going to post after this live stream will explain the procedure that I performed for the white balance. And if you're not familiar with white balance, basically most cameras, and whether you're using a video camera or a stills camera, most cameras have a white balance setting. And by default, most cameras' white balance is AWB, which is auto white balance. Although some of the better cameras can do a pretty good job at determining what the best white balance should be, most of those cameras, even when you're in auto mode, they typically can't apply the perfect white balance. So you're basically tasked with having to do manual white balance. And that's what I've done for this live stream. I've used a light meter, and I've gone into my studio with all the green screen lights that I've got on right now. I went in there and used a light meter and determined what should be the best white balance. I used this app in conjunction with my Sony Alpha camera that I'm using right now for this live stream. I use this app, enabled me to sit where I am now at my actual studio desk in front of my green screen. Sit at green screen set, and be able in real time to utilize my laptop to see, does the light look good? What are there audio issues? Are there video issues? And get everything framed out right, because part of the overhaul that I performed in the studio, and I'll be posting some separate videos for that. It wasn't just painting the walls; it was a lot of other stuff. And anytime that you disrupt, you change your environment. So the environment was changed from a standpoint that I had to take these lights down temporarily, and then I had to reposition everything. So since I was repositioning everything after the studio updates, it only made sense to then recalibrate everything. And this is the first test the first live stream that I performed after calibrating everything. So, I hope that we are seeing as far as the lighting. I hope that everything looks good. I'm looking in a studio monitor over there right now. It's yeah, I mean, as always, this channel, man, is a work in progress. I'm an independent YouTube channel, and speaking of that, I've got some really cool features coming very soon, and I'm actually working on the content for that. It'll be completely optional, but I'm putting together it's a membership module. So if you choose to subscribe and become a member, there's going to be some videos out there that only will have access to. And again, I'm not going down the road of everything is members only. I don't think that's fair for viewers. But for viewers that want even more, being able to become a member for just a insignificant fee, that could be pretty cool. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to be unveiling all the details here within the next few days. But this is just a test of the studio lighting, the studio audio. Something else I'm working on, and I've got it over there. I've got my iPad Air 4. I've got a cable for it. So when I'm doing the upcoming live shows, I can just pull this cable out, and I can stream whatever I want to share from the iPad Air 4. Likewise, if I want to share stuff from my MacBook Air right here, I can do that. But the main thing is just making everything as perfect as possible. Again, I'm not one of these people who's going to beat myself up and say, oh man, it needs to be better. There's some people that they can only think it's got to be better, it's got to be better, it's got to be better. And I'm not, my video has an issue. Ouch. Let me see. What's the issue, man? Thanks for letting me know. Let me see if I've got some uploads going. Your video has, dude, let's see, this is Bitter Rivals. Bitter Rivals, thanks for the heads up. What's the video issue that you're experiencing right now? And this is a live stream, so what are you experiencing? Let's see. Let me go into my settings here. Let me check my bandwidth and see if I've got any congestion present too. That's important. Oh, buffer. Ooh, I'm buffering, man. I am buffering. I've got something uploading here. Yikes. Okay, well, I appreciate that heads up. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to see if I can pinpoint the root cause here. Aha! I've pinpointed the root cause. We ought to see this congestion start to clear up. Okay, now, here in just a moment, we ought to see the congestion start to clear. What was happening, I inadvertently I'd copied some files on my other computer. I've got a Mac Mini M1 over there, and I was doing some video work, and the videos that I was editing, inadvertently, they started to upload to my cloud backup. And when they started to upload while I was live streaming, I don't have a really fast internet connection, so that created network congestion, and it degraded the video quality. The degradation that Bitter Rivals just referenced was the product of my cloud backup running while I'm live streaming. Again, because I don't have enough bandwidth to be able to live stream and do that. So I paused the cloud backup, so everything should start to clear up here in a second. So that is tremendously appreciated. And that's why I'm doing this test, because I want to get a test of this new this new configuration, because it's super important to have the best, not just audio quality, but also the best video quality possible. And like I was saying earlier, with that cable that I had in my hand, see, I'm going to be able to screen share. I'm going to do a lot of stuff. Something I did with my old format is I was using my background right now. I filmed this on Pinnell Island in the French West Indies, but I'm streaming that background from my computer to an Apple TV 4K, which is plugged into my ATEM Mini Pro. So I think that's the best way to do is it the green screen? Yeah, the green screen. So let's see. I'm gonna behind me. That's running on the Apple TV 4K. So that is I'm using AirPlay from my Mac to go to the Apple TV 4K. That's a 4K video clip that I filmed in the background, and it's doing it's acting as a layer within ATEM Mini Pro. And then I've got me face on video with the Sony Alpha camera. And I do still have a second Apple TV 4K. And curiously enough, when Apple upgraded to Big Sur, the latest Mac OS, with the previous Mac OS, I was able to have 2 video files open. And I was able to play one video file and the second video file at the same time. And not only was I able to play both video files at the same time, but I was able to play one to Apple TV 1 of 2 and video clip number 2 to Apple TV number 2 of 2. And that was useful because my intro segment, I would have that rolling on my first Apple TV. And then I would do a transition in within ATEM Mini Pro to cut over to my green screen set, which is what you're seeing now, which is utilizing my second Apple TV 4K to continuously loop the green screen background clip. But for whatever reason, with Mac OS Big Sur, the ability to play 2 video clips